Welcome to the Austin Method, where we help you develop the skills of square dancing. This segment is called Behind the Scenes. This is where we share things with you other than the skills we're already sharing in the Austin Method. So here's the deal. You're going to have many identifiers as you dance. Many of them you'll have at the same time. Many of them you can't have at the same time because they're diametrically opposed. We've already mentioned this a little bit when we talked about recognizing formations as you step into them and out of them and into other formations. But we're going to put a little more emphasis on the identifiers here. After you learn the calls and what to do, the hardest part going forward, continuing for the rest of your square dancing career, is recognizing identifiers. Because identifiers aren't something that you can just memorize the definition. You have to feel like a center. You have to feel like an end. Because there's no time to reevaluate them. You change like that instantly, and it might not even be a result of you moving. If somebody runs around you, a run you move over, but if somebody folds in front of you, if there's a fold, you might go from being a leader to being a trailer. Speaking of identifiers, of course, we're talking about heads, sides, leaders, trailers, ends, centers. Your more stagnant identifiers are, boy, girl, heads and sides. Out-facing dancers, in-facing dancers. All of these change every single call. Maybe not for you, maybe for you. But you have to kind of internalize all these identifiers at once. And it maps to your brain, and it really does become very natural and literally part of your identity. As you dance, you'll start to feel like you're a center. You'll feel like you're an end. You'll feel where the center of the line is for a tag the line. These aren't things that you have to actually logically evaluate against the definition. You'll start to have feeling for your whole list of identifiers. But that starts with understanding them, looking for them, watching for them, thinking about them as you go through your dancing. Particularly difficult is leaders and trailers. A lot of callers, when they teach square dancing, don't emphasize what leaders and trailers are or go very deep into it, because at the beginning level of square dancing, we don't really reference leaders and trailers a whole lot, except where it's embedded in the definitions. And since we're trying to emphasize that you learn the definitions, it's also pretty important that you learn what a leader and a trailer is. Later, in some of the other levels, you'll actually be referenced as leaders do this, trailers do that. So pay attention as you move through each call to the different things that you are, especially if you're doing some stop and go dancing during a workshop. Think about, okay, now I'm this, now I'm that. And then we have some reviews in here that emphasize moving through different identifiers. So make sure you get those really solid. And I believe that's 221C. And remember, you don't have to move to have your identifier change. If everybody changes around you, or half the people change around you, it'll change your identifier without you ever moving. So reevaluate your identifiers as other people are moving as well. Get the identifiers down and you'll be dancing strong. Make sure to like and comment before you go. This is the way YouTube tells other people that you found this material engaging one way or the other. Comments are always appreciated. Likes and shares, of course, are much appreciated. And remember, however well-informed and carefully considered they may be, the opinions expressed here are solely my opinions and don't necessarily reflect the opinions of others involved in this production. Thank you for visiting the Austin Method. We hope to see you on the dance floor soon.